You know, the United States of America was the greatest country before Trump, and it's the greatest country now after Trump. The white supremacists want to go back. They want to go back to the days when it was legal to own slaves.
You are about to be entertained by the ape, the young man who has become a legend in his own time. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Well, if you can't handle the truth, you are definitely in the wrong place. What's up, everybody? It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. So greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I know I said I was going to wait until January 2024, but, I can't stay away from y'all. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me this evening, and welcome back. Welcome me back. I don't know if I can call it a health scare, but I had an issue. And I was out of commission for a long time. And I just didn't really feel like doing the show anymore. That's where I was. When I kept saying, I'm going to do it, and I never did it because I just didn't really feel like I wanted to do the show anymore. So I'm back. And yeah, I had a health issue. I don't necessarily have to say what it was, but I am back and healthy. Thank the Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing the brother back to be with all of you. Anyway, thank you so much. It's the 21st of December, 2023. It's a couple of days before Christmas. I hope you got all your Christmas shopping done. I hope you got all your Christmas shopping done. I didn't do too much. I ain't gonna lie. But I hope you got your Christmas shopping done and you're ready for the upcoming holiday. So if you're traveling, you better get going today. As a matter of fact, today and tomorrow, if you're traveling, you better get going because Thursday is supposed to be the heaviest. One of the heaviest. It's going to be 3 days. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, and Monday for the weekdays. And people are going to be traveling. So, get yourself together, get on out there and handle your business, do what you got to do. Anyway, it's just a couple of minutes past the hour, December 21st, 2023. This is the Ron Kelly Show. And it's on blogtalkradio.com. As a matter of fact, it's the Ron Kelly Show. Facebook, the Ron Kelly Show on YouTube and on X. So, and we're working on getting it on TikTok. Because I like TikTok. I think TikTok is cool. Anyway, so, I'm watching this, and I put something on TikTok a little while back about the Israelis and the Palestinians that nobody's really paid attention to besides me. And, it's just, the Palestinians are the new black people of the Middle East. They're the Palestinians are the new black folks of the Middle East because, for example, the Palestinians had a news conference in New York the other day, and there was not one politician there, not a one. But when the Israelis are ready to speak, do you have all kinds of people popping up out of the woodwork to back the Israelis? Now, I got nothing against the Israelis, because the Jewish is a religion. Israeli is where they came from. Just like the Muslims is a religion, and then they come from all different countries all over the world. And, it just kind of burns me up that how the Palestinian people are being treated. And again, I have nothing against the Israelis. I got nothing against the Jewish faith. Nothing. I think anti-Semitism is bad. And I'm wondering why they call anti-Semitism, they don't call it racism. Why do they call it anti-Semitism? Maybe somebody can help me out with that. And so the people there, the Palestinians are hungry, they're starving, it's all kinds of stuff going on in the Gaza Strip in Palestine. And you watch the videos, which is kind of heartbreaking to see the videos of the people, little kids standing in a line with bowls, waiting for a bowl of soup. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And two wrongs don't make it right. And I want to start off by saying, it's about 6 minutes past the hour. I want to start off by saying that the Palestinians were wrong. Hamas, first of all, Hamas is not the Palestinians. And so Hamas was wrong. Hamas was wrong. And people are coming up with all kinds of excuses. There was a resolution in the United Nations, and the United States was the only one to say no. Resolution for a ceasefire. And the United States was the only country, one of the, bigger democratic countries that said no. So people are lining up to support Israel. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Israel, but there's somebody on the other side. There's kids, there's grandmas, grandfathers, old people, all kinds of people who are dying on the other side. In Palestine, the people are dying. And they're coming up with all different kinds of excuses as far as like what's going on over there. Like, for example, they'll say, well, we're going after Hamas. But very few Hamas members are dying. It's mostly the innocent folks, innocent Palestinians who live in the Gaza Strip who are dying. Innocent people. And I'm saying that, I don't think that's right. Now, my video is probably not going to get posted. Something's going to go wrong. But I don't think it's right that the Palestinians are not being paid attention to. You see all of ABC, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all of these people are interviewing Israeli people whose family members have been taken hostage. As a matter of fact, by taking hostage. And I'm like, well, and they can't even keep the hostages alive. 3 hostages, Israeli hostages, were killed by the IDF, Israeli Defense Force. They were killed by the Israeli army. 3 people, 3 innocent civilians who made it out from Hamas and were killed while they were trying to get back home. Just unbelievably ridiculous, And so I say that the Israelis, that the Palestinians are the new black people, are the new black folks of the Middle East, the way they're getting treated. It's just unbelievably ridiculous the way the Palestinians are being treated. And then you turn around and I wouldn't have stepped down from my job, but you had 3 Ivy League presidents of Ivy League schools who went to Capitol Hill and had to testify before Congress about what are they doing? Excuse me. What are they doing about the what's being said about Israelis and some of the stuff that's going on, mass protests favoring the Palestinians? What are they supposed to do? These people are supposed to be able to speak whatever they want to speak. So what are the presidents supposed to do anyway? And so they had to go up to Capitol Hill. And as a matter of fact, after that, shortly thereafter, 2 of them stepped down. 2 of them stepped down. So the Palestinians are the new black folks of the Middle East, where they're not getting any respect either. So 2012, let's just fly back a little bit. 2012, November of 2012, November 29th of 2012, actually, 2 black folks. And you see, because, and let me back up for a second. Nobody, no police chiefs were called to Congress to explain why black people are being killed by the police. No, not a one. Not a one. And you go down the list, there's so many names of black folks who have been killed by police. And then we just kind of, and we just we just kind of get used to it. We just kind of like, oh, well, black folks I'm talking about. We just kind of, well, and we get, we adjust to it for some reason. And these things keep going on and on and on. And now one police chief was called up to Congress, like those Ivy League school presidents were called up to Congress to explain what somebody else is doing. And none of the police chiefs or anybody in the hierarchies, the mayors or whatever, have been called up to Congress to explain anything. And it just in the shootings of black folks by the police just get more and more egregious. And it gets to the point where black people really don't want to hear it. When you talk about black folks being killed by the police, people don't want to hear it. Black folks really don't want to hear it. But anyway, I'll say this, that, in 2012, let's go back to 2012. Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams, two homeless people who were being chased by the Cleveland police and some of the other surrounding departments. 60 police officers chased Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams 23 miles. Now, granted, they shouldn't have ran away. That's right, they shouldn't have ran away. But running away shouldn't result in a death sentence. So the police claimed that shots were being fired at them. But it was the car that was backfiring, because once the smoke cleared, they discovered that Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams did not have any guns. It was the sound of the car backfiring and the police used that as an excuse. So what happened was, so at the end of the day, 13 police officers fired 137 times. I mean, really, they fired at Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams, two homeless black people who were in a car. I don't know if they stole it or they borrowed it or whatever. But they fired 137 rounds at these people. And see, and the other thing too is one of the officers, Michael Brelo, climbed on top of the hood of the car, that Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams were in the front seat, climbed on top of the car and just emptied his gun through the windshield. Emptied his gun through the windshield. So there was a total of 137 rounds fired at these two black folks, Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams. Two homeless people. I think they met at the food soup kitchen. And he had a car. So at the end of the day, out of the 13 police officers who fired their weapons into that car, none of them did any jail time. None of them. This was November 29th, 2012 in Cleveland, in East Cleveland, Ohio. The same Cleveland where the young boy who had a phony rifle was rolled up, seized upon, and killed by a Cleveland police officer. The same place. And this happened in 2012, November 29, 2012. 137 rounds shot at that car. And no one suffered. The cop that jumped on top of the car was indicted on 2 counts of voluntary manslaughter. He kept shooting even after the other cops stopped shooting. And he jumped on the roof in the car and shot 15 rounds. So the judge found him not guilty. So at the end of the day, 137 shots. These people were systematically murdered, and nobody suffered any consequences. All of the police officers, the 13 police officers who were involved in that, the 13 police officers involved in that were none of them went to jail. Shout out to Lamont Gates. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, and thank you for welcoming me back. So the 137 rounds shot into that car, nobody was convicted of a crime. Nobody, not even a suspension. Six police officers, 6 of the 13 police officers got fired. 5 of them got their jobs back. And the other one probably just went across the county line and got another job somewhere else. So, I'm upset at the way the Palestinians are being treated. It bothers me that the way that the Palestinians are being treated. It bothers me because it's not right. It's not right. I mean, because you got to because Palestine or the Palestinians are not Hamas. I mean, so the other excuse is that Israel is saying that that the Palestinians voted Hamas into office. Now, you really think that the Palestinians had a choice? I mean, does anybody really think that the Palestinians had a choice when they had a choice when they voted Hamas in? They didn't have a choice. They couldn't run to the Israelis and get help. On the other side of the Gaza Strip is the ocean. So where would they go? To the south is Turkey, to the north is Lebanon. So where were they going to go? Where were they going to go? So, it's just ridiculous. The Palestinians are the new black people of the Middle East. They treated them the same way they treated black folks back in the day. Treat them the same way. Now, 2 wrongs don't make it right. 20,000 Palestinians dead versus 1,000 or so Israelis that are dead. Now, one dead body is too much. I agree, 100%. But come on now. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The Palestinians are being treated like garbage. And I was watching the news before I came on the air, and I was watching the news before I came on the air, and the people were lined up. The little kids were lined up. So that's what really bothers me. The little kids are lined up. Then they have the babies, the newborn babies on the floor. I mean, come on, really? The newborn babies on the floor. They should be in incubators. They're on the floor. Just unimaginable. And then Netanyahu, who is going to lose his job after this is over, is being hard-headed. Okay, Lamont Gates says they could have voted for Fatah but deemed them too corrupt. But Fatah is clearly the lesser of the two evils. Okay, so Fatah is the other group. Fatah is the other group that aligned with Hamas. Fatah is the other group. All right, we'll get back into this a little bit more. It's about 20 minutes past the hour. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of this outstanding program. It's the Ron Kelly Show, everybody, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, along with Facebook, YouTube, and the Twitter, or should I say X, formerly known as Twitter. Back in a second. Oops. All right, everybody. Let me run that back again because people are paying for that. All right, shout out to my people at Amaker and Porterfield. The Ron Kelly Show is being sponsored by Amaker and Porterfield. All right, we'll take a quick break once again. Back in a second with more of The Ron Kelly Show. And it's on blogtalkradio.com, theronkellyshow.com, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
All right, thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. It's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, theronkellyshow.com, Facebook, YouTube, the Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel. Yes, you can. And along with the website formerly known as Twitter, they call it X. So Elon Musk has destroyed Twitter because nobody wants to advertise there now. But speaking of Elon Musk, the 2 million Teslas have been recalled, along with a couple of others. Honda and another car manufacturer has recalled their cars. Just unbelievable. So if you have a Tesla, you have to you got to do something about that. Anyway, the views and opinions expressed here are exclusively those of myself and Ron and R. Kelly Media Enterprises LLC, and are not those of my advertisers or my support team. So I just need to let y'all know that some legal stuff going on there. Shout out to my people at Amaker and Porterfield. Thanks so much for being a sponsor of the great, wonderful Ron Kelly Show, along with Aaron Nazar's Tax Service, my guy who does my taxes, and he's honest. So don't even think about it. Anyway, we were talking about Israel and Palestine and what happened with the Palestinians who were being treated like complete dirt. Nobody's talking to them. Nobody is talking to the Palestinians. No interviews, no nothing. It's all about the Israelis and how they're feeling, kicking the Palestinians to the curb. So Giuliani is in big trouble. Giuliani in trouble. Lost $148 million judgment, and they weren't even asking for that much. The two ladies who Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, I think it was a mother and daughter, they weren't even asking for that much. So Rudy Giuliani files for bankruptcy. No surprise there. I mean, we knew he was going to do that. So he filed for bankruptcy. And now he's still not going to get out of the $148 million. I don't think he's going to get out of that. But yeah. So the two ladies, they're not going to get that money. I mean, it's impossible. You can't give it the person doesn't have. He lists his assets around $10 million. So he should be made to, and there's so many Then you got a couple of voting machine companies, Smartmatic and Dominion Voting Systems, who also who they sued along with Fox, and Fox had to pay like $750 million. So Rudy Giuliani, what an epic fall from grace, Rudy Giuliani, who was America's mayor, 22 years ago, when the attacks on the World Trade Center, when Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, and he was heralded, America's mayor was heralded for his steady leadership, so they say, his steady leadership and, keep holding the cities together, showing courage, and the people rallied around him. So yeah, America's mayor is now America's idiot because now he had to file for bankruptcy because he owes those two ladies, along with lawyers and other people. Been married a couple times. So it's like there's $148 million for them, which they're never going to get. You can't expect him to be able to pay that. Plus the other people who he owes money to. So a shooting in Czechoslovakia today. That is 14 people killed at a university in Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm like, wow, really? So I guess we're not the only ones. That other people are picking up on this, picking up on the shootings. Yeah. Anyway, it's 28 minutes past the hour. And thank everybody so much for your prayers. And because I was sick, I was very sick. As a matter of fact, I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and I just didn't know. I guess during that time I just lost it, and I really didn't know if I was going to keep doing a radio show. I didn't know. I was kind of conflicted as to whether I was going to do the radio show again. But once you start doing this thing like Lamont Gates can attest to this. Lamont Gates can attest to this. It's hard to get it out of your blood. I don't know if Lamont is still on. I don't know if Lamont is still on the radio. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll let me know if he's still on the radio. Anyway, it's the Ron Kelly Show. Facebook, Twitter, X rather. That was a stupid idea. X. What the hell is that? X. X. X marks the spot, I guess. Anyway, thank you, Lamont Gates, for welcoming me back, and thank everybody else who probably don't know that I'm back on the air. But you'll find out. I wonder if I'm on Facebook. I have to take a look at that. Anyway, it's half past the hour, and I'm still getting these messages, emails from people. And, appreciate you. Thank you so much for welcoming me back. By email, no less. By email, people are welcoming me back. But my mother used to say, at least you got your health. And I used to be like, come on, I'm 19 years old. What the hell am I worried about my health for? But as you get older, which I have gotten somewhat a little bit older, it's your body starts going through changes, breaking down. Once you cross the 40-yard line, I should say. Seems like that's when things start going sideways. And so I had it. I had it going on for a while, and and my mother, I kept thinking about that when I was in the hospital. I was in a university hospital. Shout out to my doctors and the people and the nurses and the people who took care of me, who annoyed me every night, waking me up in the middle of the night to do blood and to change the saline, whatever it was they were pumping into my arm. And so shout out to them who annoyed the hell out of me, but helped me get back to where I was before I left. So appreciate them. I don't want to say their names, but thank them for looking out for a brother and helping me out. 28 minutes before the hour. So who's playing tonight? I'm not even sure. But Black-owned businesses, and you hear that a lot. Support the Black-owned business. Support the Black-owned businesses. They need our help too. And I don't know if anybody would agree with, like, people get mad at me in the R. Kelly show, yada, yada, yada. And they won't say anything while I'm on the air. They'll wait till they see me somewhere. And then they'll say, man, what was that about? So I don't know if it's more prudent to go to Black-owned businesses than white-owned businesses. I've told to some people before I came on the air. I told to some people about this stuff, and they, and one of the biggest complaints that Black folks have about Black-owned businesses is service, customer service, and overwhelmingly, like 90% of the people that I interviewed or talked to, or bumped into, said that their biggest problem with the Black-owned businesses is service. That's their biggest problem, service. And they say that Black folks don't act like they act like, like they really don't care how long you're standing there. And I kind of almost sort of maybe agree with that, kind of sort of, because it does take a long time to get, in some businesses, not all, but you can go to a white business and get treated poorly too. And see, Black people don't treat you bad because you're Black. Right? A white person could have some attitude against Black people, and they might treat you bad because you're Black. So I don't know if it's coincidental or it's just something that we do. But in Black businesses, I hear a lot of Black folks complain about the service they get in Black businesses. I hear that a lot. I talk to people all the time. I talk to people I know. I talk to people I don't know. And I ask them, like, how you feel about Black businesses? How do you feel about supporting Black businesses? And I'm all for supporting Black businesses. But what if white people said, it's White Business Week? What if white people said that? What if white people said, hey, support white businesses? What if they said that? We'd be all hitting the roof. We'd be bouncing off the ceiling if white people said it's White Business Week. Or if they refer to anything as being like white, anything as far as their nationality goes, we'd be having a fit. We'd be having a fit. It's White Week, it's White Business Week. Support your white business. We'd be like, what? That would be a big problem. See, we can say support Black businesses, and white people really don't care, I guess, because they got the market cornered as far as business. But if white people said white business is White Business Week, or if they said come out and support your white business, we would have a heart attack. We would have a heart attack. So I'm going to take a break in a couple minutes. When I come back, I'm going to talk about Jonathan Majors and some women that I have spoken to who kind of say, and that's what he gets. You know, that's what Jonathan Majors gets for playing in the snow, as they put it. So I'll take a break and I'll come back with more of this program. You don't want to miss this. It's the Ron Kelly Show, everybody. And it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
Who made that? Makes it sound like I'm on, you know, the Big Valley or Bonanza or something. That's what that sounds like I'm on Bonanza, like coming to you live from the Ponderosa. Anyway, good to be back. Good to be back. Thanks so much, everybody, for your prayer. I guess a lot of you didn't even know where I was, but I was ill and I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and you know. You're nothing without your health. That's for damn sure. I can testify to that myself. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. It's the Ron Kelly Show. It's about 20 minutes before 8 o'clock, 20 minutes before I haul it on down to the cigar bar, the cigar lounge, and have a cigar with some of my cigar associates who may be listening to the Ron Kelly Show right now. I don't know. Hopefully they are. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And for the people who did know what was going on with me, thank you for your prayers and well wishes. So Jonathan Majors gets convicted. Jonathan Majors, you know, Jonathan Majors, the movie. What was the name of the movie? I can't think of the name of the movie. Here I go, not writing things down. The movie with. Idris Elba and a source of other. It was all black Western that Jonathan Majors was in. So Jonathan Majors' girlfriend, Jonathan Majors wound up getting convicted for assault and harassment, and he was dating a white woman. And so I know, so some of the women that I know have said, yeah, good for him because he should not have been dating a white woman. Dating a white woman can spell doom for you. And Dr. Umar Johnson even says it. Dr. Umar Johnson, who I love to listen to, says it as well. So she married a black. So yesterday or the day before yesterday, it was Tuesday or Wednesday, Jonathan Majors was found guilty of assaulting this white woman, and she showed the pictures of her, and it wasn't like major assault. You know, I mean, assault is assault. Don't get me wrong. I don't condone it in any form. But Jonathan Majors was convicted of assault and of harassment, and not even 5 minutes later, Marvel and Disney dumped the brother. Finished, dumped. Cuba Gooding Jr. dumped, R. Kelly jailed, And it seems like, just one after another, our people wind up going to jail or losing their jobs. So Jonathan, and I know I talked to some, I took a sampling of some Black women that I know, and they were saying that Black men should not be dated. And this is not being racist or anything like that. They just said that Black men should not date white women. That's what they were saying. And then the white woman, Michael Strahan and some of these people who got burned. And so, yeah, that's basically what they were saying. It was that white women, you shouldn't play in the snow, as one of my good friends put it. Don't play in the snow. I'm like, wow. So I want to know what people think. You can comment. You can go to the comments on the Ron Kelly Show. Because there are Black women who are highly upset when they hear about a Black man, Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, and some of the Black, Tiger Woods, some of the Black celebrities who choose the white women, over Black women. And people don't like that. And it's not a racial thing. They just think that you're asking for trouble. The Black man, especially the famous Black man, is asking for trouble when he dates the white woman. Because now his career is over. It's done. It's a wrap. Nobody's going to hire him to do anything. He can't even sweep at Lowe's. And his career is, I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not saying it's her fault. But you got to know who you're dealing with. Like Tiger Woods, for example. Tiger Woods, instead of getting those 3 white women, he should have got a couple of chicks from the projects. Tiger Woods should have got a couple of chicks from the projects. There's a couple of chicks from the projects where they were cool, give them some money, do their hair, get them some eyebrows. And a couple of chicks from the projects would have had a problem being, Tiger's playthings. Tiger Woods worth $700, $800 million. So he could have got a couple of. So Tiger could have got a couple of Black chicks from the hood, or a couple of Black chicks from the projects who wouldn't have said nothing, who would have kept their mouths shut. He got this guy that's worth almost $1 billion, giving you whatever you want. The Black women would have said nothing, but these white women that Tiger was messing with thought they were going to get famous, because, hey, I slept with Tiger Woods. So they thought they were going to get famous. They thought that they were going to be writing books and stuff, but nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about Tiger Woods. It was sensational for a couple of seconds, but nobody really cared about that. They were more interested when Tiger Woods' wife chased him with the baseball bat and and broke his window, or whatever the case may be that happened. They were more interested in that than they were in Tiger Woods. So he should have got a couple of chicks from the hood, a couple of sisters from the projects, Alabama, CCP, Cabrini Green, someplace down in Florida where he could have went and got him some chicks, some toys he could have played with. As long as he took care of them, they wouldn't have said nothing. But he goes against these wannabes who thought they were going to get book deals and stuff. Really, somebody want to read about that? You really think somebody wants to read about what Tiger Woods was doing with these 3 chicks? Hell no. You don't care. Don't give a damn. So, so this thing with Jonathan Majors, it's sad. I'm not trying to make light of it, but it's sad because the brother's career is finished. And this ain't even black and white thing, because Kevin Spacey's career is finished. Harvey Weinstein's career is finished. Charlie Rose from CBS Mornings' career is finished. And so this is what happens when you mess around with the women And if whatever color they are, you're going to be in trouble. And I did talk to some sisters that I know who were saying that Jonathan Majors should not have been playing in the dirt. I mean, should have been playing in the snow. That's basically what they were saying. Shouldn't be playing in the snow. Anyway, everybody, it's 14 minutes before the hour. It's the brand new first edition Ron Kelly Show. I'm going to start having a few guests. I'm going to line up some guests in the coming weeks. I'm going to line up some guests to come in and talk. No. So I'm watching. So there's some cat on TikTok who all he does is he posts Maury Povich, the Maury Show test results. And there was some women on there they had 4 guys there. There's some women that had 4 men, and none of them were the father. None of them was a father. And see, the women try to make it seem like the men are all grimy, but the women is grimy too. A lot of them are grimy too. It ain't just about the men. I know men who had babies put on them, and they didn't want to hurt the woman's feelings, so they don't get the test. They just sign the birth certificate because they don't want to hurt her feelings. And then come to find out, 18 years later, 19 years later, baby's not yours. So I don't think anybody's innocent here. I think that, that we both do stuff and we get 12 minutes. 12 minutes before the hour. So yeah, so. All right, let me take a quick break and I'll come back and wrap this thing up in just a few minutes. The Ron Kelly Show, everybody. And it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, Facebook, YouTube, and the website formerly known as Twitter. Back in a second with more. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
All right, everybody, we're back. It's the Ron Kelly Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, RonKellyShow.com. Shout out to American Porterfield Transportation. American Porterfield Transportation has been in business for more than 40 years. Black-owned business located in Plainfield, New Jersey, 307 Arlington Avenue. So give them a buzz. You can get at Amica. Oh, Jesus. You can get at them. Google them. American Porterfield Transportation, a proud sponsor of the Ron Kelly Show. And also, the views and opinions expressed here are exclusively those of myself and R. Kelly Media Enterprises, LLC, which owns the Ron Kelly Show, and are not those of my advertisers or my support team. So if I say something, you can attribute it to me. Don't be putting it on nobody else but me. And shout out to my Christ Church folks. Christ Church, Rockaway, New Jersey. Good place to be. Okay. It's 9 minutes before the hour. It's the Ron Kelly Show. and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com. Also, Twitter, the website called Twitter, or the website formerly known as X. Remember when Prince was formerly known as Prince was a symbol? They say formerly, the artist formerly known as Prince. Well, this is a website formerly known as Twitter. It's now called X at 8 minutes before the hour. Okay. We're also on the Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel. Go check it out. Subscribe, please. Subscribe to the Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel. The Ron Kelly Show on Facebook, and the Ron Kelly Show on TikTok. Thank everybody who so far has and I don't know any of the people who's liked me. Those 700 or so people who've liked me. I don't know any of them. So I need to see some familiar faces in there. So when you go on TikTok, and I know a lot of y'all be on TikTok, don't lie. A lot of y'all be on TikTok. So when you come across me, just give a brother like a brother, and we'll get along just fine. If you want to contact Amica in Porterfield, you just it's going across the bottom of the screen, amica.porterfield@verizon.net. That's amica.porterfield@verizon.net. 307 Arlington Avenue in the city of Plainfield, New Jersey. All right, everybody, it's 7 minutes before the hour. 7 minutes before I break out of here and go have a cigar with some people I know. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. So I had a great time with you guys. The last 52 or so minutes. Good to be back, and again, I'm going to tweak the show a little bit. There's going to be some changes made, and I'm going to bring some people on who have requested to be on the Ron Kelly Show. So we're going to make sure they get on here. And as long as they agree with me, they can come on here. If they don't agree with me, they got to go. All right, everybody. It's 6 minutes before the hour. So I had a great time talking to you guys. Don't forget now, it was the Timothy Russell. And see, these are things we just forget about. Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams shot at 137 times by 13 police officers, shot at 137 times. Oh my God. And no police chiefs, Sandra Bland, so many people, Trayvon Martin, so many people killed by police officers, and none of them were brought up to Capitol Hill to explain themselves. 137 bullets shot at. Now they didn't all hit him, but I think there was more than 20 shots to hit each of them. More than 20 bullets hit each of them. And none of the police officers were found guilty of anything. And this has been the deal. Amber Geiger, when Amber Geiger shot the brother, both of them, John, says she was tired and she walks into the wrong house. She's tired. She walks into the wrong house and kills the brother who's sitting on his couch or sitting in his easy chair eating ice cream. And she kills him. See, police officers don't, that's when you make a mistake. When a police officer makes a mistake, you can't take it back. You can't take it back. You can use whiteout, or you can use an eraser if you make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or you can throw the paper in the garbage and start all over. But when you kill somebody, mistakenly kill somebody, you can't take that back. You can't take that back. So the family of Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams got a paltry $3 million for that happened 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Look it up. Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams killed by these vicious racist Cleveland police officers. Yeah, I said it. Nobody received anything. Dismissed. 62 cops. Officer Michael Brelow fired 49 shots. So Timothy Russell was struck 23 times, and Melissa Williams was struck 24 times. So 23 bullets and 24 bullets because they ran from the police. And nobody's, so where's the congressional hearing? There's not going to be one. There is not going to be one. Where's the congressional hearing? Not going to be one. Because this is unbelievably ridiculous. So anyway, everybody, it's about 3 minutes before the hour. I want to thank you if you joined me, even if it was for a hot second. Thank you for coming on, logging on to the program. I want to thank all my peoples who prayed for me and people who looked out for a brother when I got out of the hospital. Because when I got out of the hospital, I wasn't quite. And shit, they gave me a walker. When I left the hospital, they gave me a walker. I was in the hospital. I couldn't even use the bathroom by myself. The nurse had to help me go into the bathroom. I mean, it was scary. Nurse had to help me go into the bathroom. So it was very scary. But I am back now. 2 minutes remaining. So thank you so much for joining me here on the Ron Kelly Show. I appreciate you. Those who did, those who didn't, whatever your reason was. Shout out to Jose Arenazas, my tax preparer at Arenazas Tax Service in Clifton. Look him up, check him out. He does very good work. And by the way, Jose, cut the check. Cut the check. You already have my address. Anyway, a minute left to go, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I think I'm going to watch this boring football game, the Thursday night garbage, and on Amazon Prime. We'll see you back here next week for another edition of the Ron Kelly Show. So until then, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And that we may not have it all together, but together we can certainly have it all. Thank you so much. I am out of here.